Hey everybody, Ben with Classic Firearms here. Today is Tuesday, June the 13th, and before we get started, Dylan's running the camera. Dylan, this is a special day in one of your family members' life, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's your mother's birthday, am I right about that?
It is.
What's your mom's first name?
Beth.
All right, Beth, happy birthday from everybody here at Classic Firearms family. We appreciate you having this young man that is so valuable to our staff. Dylan, tell us how old Beth is.
I'd rather not.
Okay, anyway, happy birthday, Beth. We hope you have a great day. Folks, we've got something very, very special for you today. I am so honored to bring you this. This is a private collection that we were able to obtain of really nice German K98 Mausers, authentic K98s with all of the codes and markings and the War Eagles, swastikas, all matching numbers as far as we can see. Now let me repeat that. Every number that we can see on these rifles matches, whether it be the barrel band or the bolt or the floor plate, etc. And we're going to show you that. I don't know the history on them well enough to know how original these are. They appear to be refurbished, but if they're refurbished, they were certainly refurbished on really good original guns because of all the number matches. The appropriate stocks even have the serial numbers in the stocks. I think all of the flat butt plate guns have serial numbers in the stocks. All of the cupped ones do not, but that is basically how they came from the factory. So we're going to get into them in just a moment. Folks, this is going to be a long video. We've set up some lighting. These are expensive guns. We don't want to do them justice. So if K98s is not your thing, or if you're not looking for an original K98 bayonet, because we're going to be bringing some of those to you too, turn this thing off now and don't spend the rest of the time watching it. You'll never get that 20 minutes of your life back, right, if you don't want a K98. Now, if you're a K98 collector, you're going to enjoy this. Dylan's running the camera, as I said. Dylan, come on in and let's start profiling these guns individually. We're going to start here on the end. There's really no rhyme or reason. This is a BSW manufacturer code. I know, Dylan, you said that light kind of glares off of me, so we'll bring it to the middle of the table. BSW is one of the more rare codes. They did not make that many K98s. People love that acrylic writing on there. This is a 1939 dated. I don't know what the C is, folks. I'm not enough of an expert to know. That certainly connotates something. There is a Waffen-Amp on this side, as well as some Waffen-Amps on the early side. Some of the 1939 dated codes will have War Eagle. Some are considered pre-war and will not. But you can see the matching serial number here on the barrel, matching serial number on the receiver. Let me scroll down to the barrel band. You see a matching serial number there. Floor plates, complete matching serial numbers on both areas of the floor plate that contain them, as well as on the safety latch, the bolt head, and the bolt handle. And in this case, it is a laminated flat butt plate stock. There is also a matching serial number in the stock. Beautiful rifle overall. Laminated stock. All of these are bent bolt. This one happens to come with the sling. I don't know if that's an original sling or a reproduction, but it's certainly based on the original sling. Very nice. You getting a good shot of that, Dylan?
I am.
I want people to be able to see the quality these are. That's why we set up the lights. And we're going to take whatever time it is because they are expensive. They're expensive for two reasons, folks. Number one, we paid a premium for them. Number two, because they're worth it. At any rate, let's come in on the tag. That is the BSW. We're selling it by serial number 1435 for $1299.99. Our next rifle is a manufacturer 147, dated 1940. All of the white lettering, folks, is exactly the way it came to us. So if you see it in the white, it's because we got it in the white. You see the matching serial numbers here, barrel and bolt. All the other visible numbers match also. No, we have not gone below the wood on any of these rifles. So I don't know about numbers below the wood, but everything visible matches. See the two very nice prominent War Eagles here. This is a war dated rifle. You can see the nice German War Eagles. Serial number stamp as well in the stock. Beautiful laminated stock. Beautiful finish. We also have some cartouche stampings in that stock. I hope the camera will pick those up. They are gorgeous. Really smooth actions on all of these. Again, that was manufacturer 147, serial number 4391. That one is at $14.99.99. Next rifle, one of my favorites. This is manufacturer 337. If you have the book, you can look it up and see which German factory that is. It is 1939 dated. You see all the Waffen amps on the right-hand side. Unlike my last 1939, this is a 1939, but it is war stamped. You see the war eagles. These are so clear that you can even clearly make out the swastikas in the talons of the eagle. Once again, all visible serial numbers match. For time consideration, I'm not going to focus in on every one of these bolts and so forth. Just trust me, folks, we've checked them all. They all have matching numbers. Not only that, I neglected to tell you about this, but this is a good time to show you while I'm thinking about it. Matching numbers here. These also come complete with all the capture screws. If you have a Russian capture, normally the capture screws have been removed. The capture screws keep the primary screws from backing out. It's something the Germans designed, and it's indigenous to K98 rifles. All of these have their capture screws. Look at the inlating on the cartouches on this stock, Dylan. Absolutely beautiful. Again, that is serial number 9788, the 337 manufacturer, $14.99.99. Moving right along, our fourth rifle. This is, I about got ahead of myself, didn't I, Dylan? Thank you. Speak up if you need to. I don't want to start this again. This is another BSW. 1938 dated. That is pre-war, but it does have some really nice Waffen amps there, as well as same markings on the other side. Same beautiful matching serial numbers, as well as, I said I wasn't going to do this, but people want to see it on the bolt and on the safety and the bolt head, of course. This is a very low 3-digit serial number. That is serial number 399. Also reflected in the stock. Flat butt plate on a laminated stock rifle. And once you've scanned it, Dylan, I want to come back to these cartouches on the stock because they are gorgeous. And let's look at that BSW again. This one's a pre-war date, folks, so it's not as expensive as some of the rifles on the table, but people love the BSW brand. And we have it here for you reflected here, serial number 399 at $12.99.99. Our next rifle is the rare 8X code. It is 1940 dated. You can see some small Waffen amps on the right-hand side of the receiver. More importantly, you will see the dual warbirds on the left-hand side. Once again, matching serial numbers all around, including in the stock itself. Is that picking up, Dylan?
I've got it.
Excellent. Folks, if you see it with the sling, it does come with the sling. A couple of these do not, but this one does. Matching numbers up top here. Again, we've not been below the wood, but every visible serial number matches on all of these weapons. Let you see the stock cartouches here. That is the AX code, folks. Serial number 3176 at $14.99.99. Our next rifle is manufacturer code 42. 42 is the original Mauser Ovendorf plant. This is a 1939 rifle. You can see the prominent Waffen amps on the right-hand side, as well as the dual War Eagles on the left-hand side. This particular rifle has a beautiful deep blue finish to it, and all of the serial numbers, even on the top here on the bolt face and so forth, are white highlighted, as well as the barrel band, as well as the floor plate. I don't know why some are and some aren't. That's the way they came to us, so that's the way it is. You can see the matching number once again in the stock. While we're here, let's make note that all of them do have their capture screws. All of them do have their cleaning rods. This one comes with a sling. And I don't know that we've covered it, but some nice cartouches there in the stock. That is number 42, manufacturer 42, serial number 2177. Price on that rifle is $1499.99. Our next rifle is a 337. The remainder of the rifles on the table not only have all matching parts, but they also have their sight hoods. Manufacturer 337, 1940 dated. You can see all the nice barrel markings here, including dual War Eagles, matching serial numbers, of course, that we've covered before. A nice series of Waffen amps on the right-hand side of the receiver. Dylan, I'm just going to hold this and let you scan that rifle because that is a beautiful rifle. Serial numbers match up top, as you can see, as well as on the bottom. I think you scanned the cartouches already in the stock, am I correct?
I did.
Very smooth action. Beautiful rifle. I see you're going to scan it one more time, and it's well worth doing. Anyway, that is manufacturer 337, serial number 8155. Total price on that rifle, $1499.99. Our next rifle is a manufacturer BYF, dated 1944. Let's show them this rifle, Dylan. This is one of our higher priced rifle on the table. As a matter of fact, it's next to our most expensive, but certainly well worth it. The BYF is a beautiful rifle, 1944 dated. Normally the later production date rifles during the war years, folks, had very nice bores, and I have checked this bore. We never make a guarantee for a bore, but I have checked this bore on this rifle because I was just curious for myself because of the late date. The bore in this rifle looks like a mirror with lands and grooves in it. It is pristine. If you want a shooter, folks, this would be the rifle. Now back to the regularly scheduled program. You can see the dual War Eagles here. BYFs typically do not have a serial number on the receiver, so this is historically correct to have the one serial number on the barrel, but it does of course match with your stock sleeve out here, and of course with your magazine well and floor plate there, and with your bolt and safety and bolt head. This is a heavy cup butt plate rifle, beautiful laminated stock, beautiful cartouche in the stock, as you can see here. Dylan, I don't know that the camera picks up, but this is really smooth, nice bluing on this rifle. It's just got a gorgeous look about it. Of course, we have the sight hood here on the end, cleaning rod, so the rifle is complete. This one does not have a sling, but while you're focusing on me, Dylan, let me tell the folks something I've forgotten to say until now. But we've inspected all these rifles, folks. Anytime we get in a private collection, we don't want to assume things because we don't know, for sure the history on the rifles other than what we can see and what we're told. Sometimes we don't tell what we're told because we have no way to verify what they're told. Anybody can make up a story, so we let the rifles speak for themselves. I will tell you this, we're not calling these bringbacks. The condition would belay they're too nice to be bringbacks, but we cannot find any import marks on any of these rifles. Typically there's an importer mark somewhere on the receiver or somewhere on the barrel or under the barrel where the cleaning rod is. Unless there's an import mark under the wood, which they're not supposed to put them there, I wouldn't imagine you would find it there. We can't find any import marks on any of these rifles, which to collectors, as you know, would also increase the value. Anyway, back to this really nice BYF, beautiful bore, beautiful rifle. I'm sorry, Dylan, were you done?
Just one more time.
Okay, just one more time. I'll hold it here while you scan it. These lights are hot in here. I need to hurry it up or I'm gonna melt in a puddle. BYF serial number 1716 at $1599.99. Folks, I hope I can talk about this next rifle without getting a tremble in my voice, okay? Because this is something we have never seen before here at Classic. I've done this 28 years. I have never seen, in our possession at least, I've seen them in books and museums and that type of thing, but this is a sniper, ex-sniper K98 rifle. Let's start just telling you about it. Manufacturer is DOT. 1943 is the date. You can see it has all the historically correct markings for a DOT. It's got the one small waffen there, or it's a partial War Eagle. I think that's actually just a not a very deeply stamped War Eagle stamping. Has the heavy case serial numbers, but on the opposite side, it has the DOT barrel shield. DOTs were known for having some very nice, very accurate barrels. I have inspected this barrel. Unlike the BYF, it is not a pristine barrel, but it is a very nice barrel with very strong lands and grooves. You can see here something, well, let me go ahead and tell you about the serial numbers. Serial number match all the way around, just like all the rest of them. You can see it here on the barrel band. You can see it here on the floor plate. Capture screws are intact fore and aft, so it's historically correct. Heavy, nice stainless steel cupped butt plate. Comes with the sling. Absolutely beautiful rifle. But you'll notice here, this is the extended sniper safety release lever, so you can activate your safety lower and behind where the scope would sit. So that's the extended safety for the sniper rifle. Not only that, but check this out, folks. If you're a collector, you're just having fits right now. This is an original K98 German scope rail. Stock has been originally factory inletted for the original scope rail. At one time, I have no doubt that this fine DOT rifle had a scope. If you're familiar with the movie Saving Private Ryan, you know that Barry Pepper's U.S. character was having a sniper battle with a German soldier carrying one of these K98 snipers, scoped out. Beautiful rifle, part of history. And considering what you're getting at a great price point, that is a DOT 1943 X Sniper, serial number 7914 at $1899.99. How are we doing on battery, Dylan? We okay for now?
We're good.
Do I need to hurry up?
I think we're good right now.
Okay, last two. Manufacturer BSW. This is 1937. It's an early pre-war era K98. You can see the matching serial numbers, dual serial numbers there, and dual waffens on the right-hand side of the receiver. A series of nice waffen amps on the left-hand side of the receiver. Beautiful finish, all matching serial numbers. We go over that every time, folks. We're showing you, but you can trust me. We've checked every serial number that's visible is all matching. Nice cartouche in the heavy laminated stock with the steel heavy cut butt plate. We have a sight hood on this one, as well as the sling. Really nice bluing. I love that BWS marking. I love the way those letters are formed. They're just absolutely beautiful. It's a reflection of everything in German engineering that you're accustomed to. At any rate, serial number on that nice BWS 1937 is 7264 at a price of $1349.99. Last but certainly not least, we have a CE manufacturer. Date is 1943. The CE used heavy case lettering for the manufacturing stamp and the date. Typically they used a small War Eagle stamp, so that is historically correct. You see the serial number here. CE's only carried a serial number on the receiver, but all of the other serial numbers, meaning they didn't have a barrel serial number, but all the other serial numbers match. On the floor plate, let me get that sling out of the way, and the barrel band. I'm afraid we're running out of battery. This has been a long one. And then we've got to pause, and we're going to have some more to come with some really nice K98 bayonets. Laminated stock, heavy cup butt plate. Dylan should get an Emmy for his camera work. He does a really good job getting in here and showing the details of these. That's a very nice rifle, folks. 1943 CE. Let me lay it down the same way the other ones are. $1399.99. That is serial number 6873. $1399.99. Folks, here's the deal. Today is Tuesday. We are going to release these rifles for sale tomorrow, Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. You'll be able to come and purchase one of these fine rifles. I expect there to be a good demand for those, but a lot of collectors are going to have a good chance of getting one of these nice rifles. Just after I'm done here, we're going to segue into Matt, who's going to bring you another video on some really nice German K98s. We got a nice batch of K98s, historically correct, all types of different insignias and codes and dates. Those are going to be available immediately. So when you see this video, the K98 bayonets will be available immediately for purchase, then followed up tomorrow at noon with K98 rifles. Don't miss this opportunity. Folks, we appreciate your business, and stay tuned. Matt will be right back with some really nice K98 bayonets. Hey everybody, I'm back. The old saying is that even the best of intentions sometimes go awry, and that's what has happened here. We had every intention of bringing Matt out here and letting him cover these K98 bayonets with you. Our intention was to do the bayonets for a release on the same day as we were doing the K98s that you just saw. Unfortunately, as our tech people have reminded us who load these videos up to YouTube, we have already gone well over 15 minutes on this video. To continue with the bayonets and do them justice would make the video extremely long. We don't want to do that. We don't think we can do justice to the bayonets. We don't want to try to hurry it. So for the good of everything involved, we don't want to disappoint anybody, but we do want to do justice to these bayonets and be able to show you the detail on them just like we did the K98. In order to do that, we think we're going to have to bring them to you on a separate day. So look for these K98 bayonets later in the week. We're going to focus on them and do a focus just on the bayonets one day later in the week. In the meantime, don't forget the K98s that you just saw will be posting up tomorrow for sale at noon Eastern Time, so don't miss that. Dylan, come in and just scan the table very, very quickly just so people will see an idea of the K98 bayonets that we do have, what we're going to be bringing to them. We're very excited about this. There's some tremendous makers, tremendous markings in here, some really good codes. We hope to do them justice. Matt knows a lot more about them. He's our resident expert, so he's going to come out and take over the bayonet portion of it. Those will come to you later in the week, but in the meantime, the K98 rifles will be posting tomorrow at noon. We appreciate your business, folks. If you like our videos and you want to follow us on YouTube, you can click on this link right up here, and the videos will come directly to you from the YouTube channel when they're posted. Folks, as always, we appreciate your business, and thank you for being with us at www.classicfirearms.com.